friends, and welcome back to Lemon Tree Corner. If you're new here, hi, my name is Heather and I run a handmade business called Lemon Tree Corner where I make purses and bags and project bags and little cute items like that. I also crochet and do other crafty things on this channel, so I hope you come along for the journey. And if at any time you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and hit notifications, and you'll see every time I post a video, which is usually Saturday mornings. I have a few random videos I post outside of that, but that's about it. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Glad to have you back again. This week in the studio, we are going to be working on a few craft fair lower priced items that I can sell when we have our craft fairs coming up in the fall. I like to have a few lower priced items to kind of draw people in, get the kids especially in, and little presents and things that you can think of for Christmas. So we're going to do two things this week. We're going to try making a sachet with the lavender blossoms that I bought up in the Washington lavender farms. So I'm probably going to be taking my leftover Hawaiian quilt fabric and repurposing that into some lavender sachets. We'll try that out. And I also have some other like fat quarter fabrics that we can try for those as well. I'm not sure what the size my scraps are and if they're going to be big enough. I also have some fragrance beads that we can add a fragrance to, let them sit for like a week or two in a mason jar, and then fill the sachets with fragrance beads as well. So we will look into that as well if I like the sachets. And thinking of adding like a ribbon loop to them. I've seen that a lot as well. So we'll try that. And the other thing we're going to try this week is a piggy bank. It's so cute. So this is a pattern by Justina handmade, and it's about 7.5 by 5 inches long and tall. So we'll try these out. I have a few fat quarters that we can look through and pick something out to make this with. And these use the smaller zippers, so I'll probably have to go to Joann's and pick out some smaller zippers for that. And just experiment with this, see if it's something that I would like to make. If it is, it's a nice kid-friendly item to have at the craft fairs, and little stocking stuff for presents that people can buy as well. And we're also going to be doing some more vloggy stuff this week, some more time with the family and doing other things around the house that aren't necessarily sewing related. So just want to give you more of a glimpse into my life, including the fact that we did some henna tattoos. So if you see this on the vlog this week, that's why. I'll have more on that later. So go ahead and grab a water or a cold beverage, grab a snack, cozy up, and let's make some piggies. Okay, so I'm gonna look for some fabric to make our piggy banks with and our little sachets. So I have a bunch of fabric that I picked out for all of my English paper piecing. So I've got like an English paper piecing thing. These are all the fabrics, and I had all planned out what all the pieces were going to be and everything. So I've got all that, and I've got the pattern and everything and the backing fabric. I've got like all this planned out. And then I have all this other fabric that I was going to use for another English paper piecing thing, which I've not done. I don't know that I'm going to use these, unfortunately. We'll see what happens. I don't want to necessarily steal the fabric from the ones that are planned out, just in case I wind up liking English paper piecing at some point. But I do have these other fabric bundles that I got just for whatever random purpose. So we are going to take a look at these. These are fat quarter bundles, I believe. So we've got All Weather Friend, which is a Moda pack from April Rosenthal of Prairie Grass Patterns. And then in this one, I've got this huge bundle of Lori Holt fabrics. So this is Lori Holt Granny Chic fabric quarter bundle, and it's 32 fat quarters. So I didn't have anything specific planned out for any of these. They just looked really cheerful. So I think let's go through these and see if we can find a few that we can dabble with. The Granny Chic might be nice because it's kind of farmy. So that might lend itself to the piggy banks. I also have the leftover pieces from the Hawaiian quilt that I was thinking would make good sachets, so let's take a look at those as well. I've got all my leftover Hawaiian stuff in here. So let's bring this all back to the living room and take a look at it. Okay, so the sachets I'm just kind of making up. So I think it would be nice to use our leftover fabric. We have a lot of leftovers from our backing fabric with the turtles, which might be nice, but we also have all of our leftovers from the squares. So I was thinking that might be nice as well. Ooh, these are good because these are smaller. Let's take a look at those. Okay. Yeah, these are nice and small. Maybe too small. Like, these would be good. What size are these? These are 3.5 by 5. So if I was to make them squares, it would be 3.5, which seems really small to me. Let's go ahead and cut one 3.5. See what it looks like here. And it's such a big pattern too. Oh, Lucy is being a challenge today. She's trying my patience. Okay, so that's not too bad. You're just not going to get a lot of the pattern. A lot of these patterns are smaller, so that might be better than these flowers. Let's see. We have a few of these that are like smaller patterns. Yeah, like, ooh, I like that one. Maybe I'll start with this one. I think 3.5 is going to be too small, so that's my main concern there. But we'll go ahead and make one and see what we come up with. And the other concern that I have is filling these. I'm not sure how I'm going to sew those. So there's nothing that says this has to be square. I'm just kind of making that up. So maybe we don't even worry about whether it's square or not. Maybe we just use the whole remnant. Plus, I feel like if I'm going to make sachets out of these, maybe I make them tropical. I do have these little micro beads that I bought that absorb scent. And originally when I thought of making these sachets, I was going to scent the micro beads and fill them with that. So that's a possibility for this as well. I could do kind of a tropical scent for these. So the idea with these is that it would be right sides out. I would just sew around everything and use the pinking shears that we just had trouble with. So now I'm worried about that. Maybe not using pinking shears and cutting like a nice edge around the whole thing. So that's a thought I also could do ribbon in the corner so that it could be like a loop of ribbon. So that's an idea. I think I might want, I don't know, that kind of looks like a good size now. But once I start sewing everything, it might not be a great size. Let's take a look at this one. This one's so cute. I just wound up buying it. So, it's always hard with fabric bundles to see what's going on here. So we need a pattern that's not too crazy busy, right? The pink is cute because it looks like a pig. Yeah, I'm just not sure. I love this little piggy tail. Look at the piggy tail, it's so cute. So I'm just not sure what's going to be good. Oh, and then I am going to need to go get some smaller zippers from Joann's. Oh, or I could order them from my handmade space where I buy my zippers. They do have the smaller zippers online. So let's do a little fabric parade here. So my biggest problem is I've got this fat quarter bundle, right, with all these fat quarters, and I feel like I have to use them all together because they all go together. And the minute I split this up is the minute that I'm gonna have a project that needs all these fat quarters. So we either have to be brave and tear into this bundle and just do it, or we have to put this in a drawer for years and years and years until I have something I want to do with them. So I would like to be brave. These would be cute as the pig, like that one. Would be cute. And then of course, I think any of the red ones would be good. That's more of like a, I don't know that I would use that one. This one's cute. And this one's cute. So those are a distinct possibility. And yes, I am going to be anal and I'm going to package these all back up again. I feel like these kind of lend themselves better. They're smaller patterns. Like I like that one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, they're much smaller. Even that one would be cute. Well, I obviously liked this one. I have a lot of options here. I think I could use this whole thing. I'm gonna go ahead and pile these back up, but there's definitely more options here that I could mix and match for my piggies. But what we are gonna do is we're gonna make one first, which means that I need to figure out the zipper. I do have a few smaller Joann zippers here in the house, so let's go see if any of those zippers match any of these fabrics, and that will probably determine which fabric we start with. Here's another situation where I got all these zippers, not with any plan. They're 9 inches long. Obviously they're shorter zippers, and this zipper is way short, so I don't know that I want to waste a 9-inch zipper on this little thing. How long is that? That's 4 inches long. I could easily get a smaller zipper for that. So yeah, I don't know if I want to waste all these zippers. So let's take a look at our fabrics see, obviously I've got a red. Would go with any of those. I've got kind of a cornflower blue, which doesn't really go, well, this would be the outside, right? Doesn't quite go with that. That one goes. So we could do a blue one or a red one. I don't really have a brown. Lighter green is a little too green, I think. That one might work for that. Or for these greens down here. Might work. Let's take a look at the picture again. It's a pretty prominent zipper. Okay. Well, I'm automatically drawn to these two for some reason. So let's do these two with this zipper. And then let's try this size first. If that doesn't work, I'm willing to cut this one up into sachets. Oh. Oh, it's not a fat quarter bundle. Uh-oh. It's not a fat quarter bundle. It's a fat eighth bundle? Uh-oh. This one's a fat eighth bundle. Okay, well that kind of changes that decision now, doesn't it? I can't use any of these for the piggies, I don't think. Could I fit two piggies on here? I might be able to fit two pieces on here. Oh, that's tight. Okay, that's big enough. Phew, okay. So that's big enough, but I also need to cut out the tail out of this plus a zipper pole. That might work. So what we will do is we will make this one first. If this is just like, I'm like, it's too small, you know what I mean? I'm probably only gonna sew a 1/4 of an inch around here. And then I gotta leave a big enough opening for me to put the lavender blossoms in. And then I can't fill it too full because I gotta be able to get this under the sewing machine again. So that's the question here. With this, because this is now 3.5 inch square, so I could do 4.5. This kind of looks like a good sachet size, but I don't know once we sew it and pink it what it's gonna look like.
So now I've come along.
Oh, so you guys went to Point Magoo before us.
Oh, yeah. That's how we knew Point Magoo.
Kelly is now alive.
Yeah, sorry, Heather, you're not in these. I don't know what happened to those pictures.
It must have been raining.
I
Stop taking
have some of those
raincoat.
pictures.
Dennison Park, that's on your Ojai.
Oh, all my pictures are red.
Yeah, you had the red stage.
I had the red years.
Oh,
Felt
yeah.
like, that felt really heavy, but I guess it's just the amount of pictures.
And this was right near
Near-
the railroad train went
Oh,
right
yeah.
through. And it's gone now. but you know, that was a thrill. Every 20 minutes.
Yeah. My mom took a henna class at somewhere, so we're gonna try henna-ing our hands. Okay, well, it's been a couple of days of work now. I am taking today as my floating holiday. It's kind of the last chance to take it before school starts in a couple of weeks. So enjoying my day, basically doing laundry and dyeing my hair and everything. But so we're gonna start with this guy. I'm not even gonna put time down on this because really, how much time does this take? So we are gonna sew this guy together and leave a little opening and then try this out. I do have a little funnel that we can use. And in the meantime, I got my little set of mini screwdrivers in. So that's cool. I wanted to take a look at the zipper ends and see what works here. I just got one with lots of screwdrivers. Figured I can use it for other stuff as well. But some of these are like very tiny. Oh, if I can get it out. Like this guy is very mini. He works perfectly. Yay! So they had a blue one, but they also had a pink one, so I got the pink one. Okay, you know me, never miss an opportunity to put something in a cute jar. I've had this jar for a while, I just didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I went ahead and opened up those sachets I bought on vacation. Oh, and put the lavender blossoms in there. So I just sewed most of the way around. I left this little teeny opening. I don't want too big of an opening because I'm going to have to stuff this and then put that back under the sewing machine. So I just wanted a little teeny bit. And to stuff this, I think we're going to get our little funnel and give that a shot. Here's my little teeny funnel. If I like making these, probably going to buy a smaller dedicated funnel for this. In fact, I don't even know that this one's going to fit in there. Yay! I think it's a cute little stocking stuffer. I just don't know how much I would be able to charge for these, like if I just put them in a bowl out at the craft fair. Maybe $2 or $3 each. I'll have to price out where I can get more lavender blossoms and see if that's a doable thing. Let's take our little fat eighth and let's do the same thing with this. Okay, I'm also wondering if I should double stitch around the outside or if that's just overkill. That's not too bad, it's just a little more difficult to do it that way. I feel like this is traditionally what people would be expecting from a sachet. That you could hang it, you could technically hang it in your car if you wanted to. That's cute. So what do we think, folks? Leave it in the comments. What do you like better, the 4-inch or the 3.5 inch. 4-inch just feels a little more substantial to me. It is a little big. This one's cute, but I think it depends on the pattern. Like if you have a nice small pattern on your fabric like that, that would be pretty as a sachet. I also think people are just expecting, you know, the silk ribbon more than this ribbon, and I could sew it further down here. So if I sewed it more of a loop coming down here, that would be good. We're gonna try the Piggy first and see if I like it, and then if I like it, we're gonna go get some more small guys. Okay, so I gotta cut these out first. Put this back, put this back. Okay, the only thing I don't like so far is that these are going to be raw edges. I'm not thrilled with these being raw edges. So we're going to cut this in half, and one part's going to be the little loop at the top, and the other part's going to be the tail. Oh, that's a good idea. To make sure you don't get this stuck, you can do this. That's a really smart idea. You can kind of pin it out of the way here. I think the hardest thing here is going to be getting into all these little crevices. I'm going to flip it this way because this little bundle of bulk is not going to help me. So I'm going to do a true 1/4 inch. My Juki foot is a slight 1/4 inch. And there we have it. Our little piggies all sewn together. So we're gonna make our little clips and turn him out. So we are gonna have to turn the whole thing inside out. Jeez. Trim the seam allowance along the stitch, leaving the unstitched part under. I'm not going to trim the seam allowance on this. I don't think it needs it. And here's our Piggy. He's cute. He's very cute. I feel like the tail's too long. That's my fault. I made it too long. And I don't like the raw edge. I feel like we could just tuck under this one edge and it would look a lot cleaner. I did skip this step of pinking the lining fabric, which was stupid. I should have cut down that seam because now I can feel it bulky in here. I didn't think about the fact that by not cutting down that seam, it's pushing too far out here. But super cute. We've got our fabric on the inside. Yeah, it's just sticks out too far now. But this will be my Piggy. So we have learned our lessons. I also just feel like he's a little too small. I mean, short of obviously like a change purse or putting my like chapstick in, I don't know like what else I would put in this except he's just cute. You could also hang him from your rear view mirror if you wanted. So I might want to make him a little bit bigger. I kind of like it this size. I feel like this is kind of small and fiddly, and obviously like all these little details aren't showing up as well as I would like. Another thing that I could have done before I sewed the hole shut is just poke some extra like a little bit of batting in here, because I feel like this is all nice and padded, but the feet, you see how we have that line there? I should probably put a little batting in there. I don't even know that it needs the fusible fleece. I feel like the fusible fleece on this side would be good because it adds a little fleece, but I feel like once you put the lining and everything in, and then this isn't as clean because you had that layer of fusible fleece. So I think I will write down some modifications here. So I'm going to give this an A. It's a very quick little project. It is now 3 o'clock. So that only took 75 minutes. That's really good. So what is that? An hour and a quarter? An hour and a quarter. So that's really fast. These might be made out of scraps, or these might be made out of my little bundles here. I didn't see, well, I did have a little bit of extra. So let's see. If my pattern piece was bigger, I would have had extra room to go here because this is what I cut out. So I feel like I would have had some extra if the pattern piece was larger. I'm going to try blowing this up. So let's try it like at 110% maybe, just to make it a little bit bigger. Well, that's it for this week, folks. I hope you had fun. Let's take a look at what we made. So we've got our 2 prototypes here for the sachets. This one is the 3.5 inch one, and then this one is the 4-inch one with the little ribbon. So I'm going to go to Joann's and look for some silk ribbon. This isn't really what I was going for, so we'll try that. I do like the size of this one better, but I don't know. This little guy, I think I just need to sew him longer. You'll see this one has more space between the stitching and the pinked edge, and I like that better than this one. If I stitch this one smaller, then I have the problem. So I might split the difference. We'll see what happens. I've got more of this fabric that we'll experiment with in the weeks to come. The other thing we did this week is we made our little Piggy coin purse. So very cute. I did print the pattern pieces at 110%, so I'm going to try doing that next and see if we can make him a little bit bigger. And then as we discussed, I think I should put a little fiber fill in the legs to puff those out. And I think I only need 1 piece of fusible fleece for the back. We'll make the tail a little shorter, and I think we have a winner. So super cute. So very doable, and very doable with even an 1/8 of an inch, an eighth of a yard of fabric. So very cute. Very happy with that. So we'll continue on experimenting with these in the weeks to come, and I can share with you the modifications that I make on those. And yeah, I think that's it. So I hope you had fun this week. Next week we're going to be making a batch sew of the Maya wristlets, so stay tuned for that. And I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Love you, friends. Bye.